Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs in video games, and today I'm doing a deathless challenge for Ori and the Will of the Wisps. What you are watching now is a summary of that deathless run. If you'd like to see the entire thing, there should be a link in the top right hand corner of this video or in the description to the archived live stream of the run. This is my fourth time playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps. The first time was my 100% run. Second was a challenge run. Videos are still coming out on that on YouTube. And the third one was my speed run. So we're starting a new one for the deathless run. So I am going to do this on easy, which should give me the best chance of defeating a deathless run. I will be going much slower than my speed run, obviously. But I think that I'm not going to be doing things very slow. Even in the deathless run, the things that are most going to kill me are the running portions. The portions where there is instant death because a boss is running after you, and if you don't jump or run in the correct way, you'll get killed by that boss. So since that's the case, I think the amount of life cells that I have is actually not as important as you might think it would be for a deathless run. However, I do need life cells for the final Shriek fight. I'm going to have extra life cells for that one, so I care a little bit about how much life I have, and just so that later in the game I can take hits from spikes and not worry too much. At the beginning of the game, I think that there's nothing very early on that I'm worried about killing me. I think the first thing I'm going to worry about killing me is the decay monster in the mill. I think that's the first time I'm going to worry about dying. The other thing that could very easily kill me is when we get into the Mouldwood Depths, because darkness just kills you there. I think I might be fine. I think that's not as scary as some of the bosses that you have to run from, but it might be. We'll find out when we get there, I guess. I find it interesting that you have to get hit there. Like, getting hit by Howl is part of what happens. You don't actually take damage from it, but part of the cutscene that happens there with Howl is you get hit by Howl. Until playing the third time through or so, I did not realize that you got hit by Howl and you couldn't prevent it. I don't know all of the weapons I'm going to get, but the ones that I like the most are Spirit Edge, the Hammer. I think the Hammer is nice to have, and Spike. Spike is very nice to have. I feel pretty mixed about the bow. I don't think the bow is very significant as a damage dealing option, even though it's pretty easy to hit flying enemies with it. Ori and the Blind Forest is a more difficult deathless challenge for a couple reasons. There's a lot more instant death areas in Ori and the Blind Forest than there are in Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Another reason that Ori and the Blind Forest has a harder deathless challenge is that there's the one life mode in Ori and the Blind Forest, which is also a challenge mode. That's how I did the deathless challenge. You don't do it on the easiest mode of the game. You do it on what appears to be a normal mode to me. Magnet, one of the ones that I do want to have. We only have 3 slots. I will be trying to get more slots later in the game, but I think I'm going to avoid those challenges early just because there's not many spirit shards that I care to wear early. One of the ways that we can die in this game is by being crushed. There are a few things that can crush me. There's one in the Luma Pools that I'm thinking of particularly. And just like my speedrun, I will not get that shard up there, because I really don't care about that shard. I think that shard up there, which is sticky, makes you stick to walls. think that would mess me up more than it would help me. So last time, I just skipped this spirit well entirely. I wonder how many different animations they built in the game for what could be your first spirit well that you get. I'm curious. Yes, a life cell. Let's get that life cell. This was a potentially dangerous path, by the way, because it has purple water, and that purple water could kill me. One of the things that is possible is that I fall in some dangerous place, like that purple water, and I can't get out of it. Even though it doesn't deal me enough damage to kill me instantly, I may not be able to get out of the water or the spikes fast enough that it doesn't kill me over time. There are at least a couple of places in this game that are like that, where even though the thing doesn't instantly kill you, you basically die if you fall in it. And we have regenerate. This is very significant. That allows me to trade my blue dots for green dots. And since green dots are the thing that we can never run out of, that matters. Let's see here. If we go in here, do I want to be in here? Possibly. It is a shard. What shard is it? Resilience. That is one that I want. Resilience means I take 10% less damage. That could be very significant. It's not likely to be significant, but it could be. So, the hammer is going to cost us 200. I think Spike is going to cost us 400 later, but we'll have it, and we'll want to spend it. He tells us about the Inkwater Shrine. Do I want to do the Inkwater Shrine? Probably not. Let's not worry about it. And get the Spirit Bow. Like I said, I don't really respect the Spirit Bow very much for dealing damage. It just doesn't deal a whole lot of damage. But it is nice. It does have many use cases, including the required ones. I did that first, so we can go down here and get this energy cell. Hello, Twillin. A glowing stranger. I'm not just a glowing stranger, I'm the savior of the land. So, what does he have that we really want? Finesse is one of the things that would be nice to have early on. And that's about it right now that I care about. I got energy last time, which was nice to have, but I don't think I care about it that much this time. So we get finesse. That allows us to deal a little bit more damage. I mean, it's chancy, but it allows us to do a little bit more damage. The other thing that we want from Twillin is to upgrade. So, can we afford an upgrade to resilience? We can. So let's upgrade resilience. Great. I do intend to upgrade resilience all the way. So is it this? It's not this crusher that I'm talking about, but this is a crusher that you can see is a crusher, and you could die instantly there. I really want to get past the mill. The mill is the first part that could kill me if I don't do it well. So I really want to get past the mill. That's really what I'm thinking of right now. Get past the mill. Oh, I just realized the Silent Woods are going to be a problem for me. The Silent Woods have always been a problem for me because I just jump right into the mud. I'm gonna have to be very careful in the Silent Woods. Alright. Do not get crushed. Good job. Did not get crushed. There are a few things that I intend to buy this time that I didn't in my speed run. One of those is going to be water breath. Water breath is going to be very significant. It'll make the Luma Pools a lot less dangerous. And one of them will be fast travel. Man, I like fast travel. We're going to get it this time. Our first boss fight. Or second, if you count Howl. I guess this is our second boss fight. The fact that I didn't even think of Howl at first shows you how much I think of him as a boss. Come at me. Nope, that's not what I asked. I said come at me. Well, you did, but I wasn't in position. Alright, I am getting damaged a little bit more than I would have expected to. Not that that's much anyway. Come at me. No, not lay fire. Come at me. There we go. Another boss down. And this is an exciting one. The Bash ability. Which honestly, if I was making the game, I probably would have called it Bounce. Or Redirect, even. Anyway, it's a wonderful ability. Hello, Ophir. I would like a skill from you. Yeah, I will see you there too. He sells fast travel at the beginning? Oh man, I made a mistake in my speedrun. I thought he did not sell it until later. Well, we bought fast travel and spike. Those are basically all of the, well, not all of the skills. This one, which hasn't unlocked yet, is the other one that I would like. That's water breath. That's basically all of the skills that I really want. I might end up upgrading these because they're just better upgraded, so why not? But I'm going to focus on upgrading shards before I do that. Now, I want to safely get out of here. Hello, Mr. B. You, Mr. B, have failed me. How do we safely get out of here now? We don't. We're getting the energy cell fragment that I thought was a Kwolok ore. Well, in the situation that we're in, we're going to use what we have to get out of this water as quickly as we can. And we're going to heal up. And we get Grapple. Grapple, unfortunately, is an ability that messes me up a lot, because Grapple is the same button as Bash, and I often want to bash when I actually grapple. So I need to be careful. I need to not try to bash too much when grapple is available. Ori gets grabbed by the decay monster. And then we have to do this, well, we have to do it the first time. A foul presence indeed. So, remember to dash and grapple. Those are the two things we need to do a lot of. Go, Ori. Run through the first part. The unfortunate part about this chase scene is the hard part comes at the end, which I guess is often true for things in games and movies. Really, any media that tries to have drama built in. But since one of the hard parts of the chase scene is at the end, you can do well all the way through and then die. So what I mean by the hard part is when you're going through a thing that is spinning. And that is here. Because the logic of bashing off these things when it's spinning is a little bit harder. Did just fine though, which means we got past the first part that really could have ended the run. Huzzah! View upgrades. Let's see here. I guess the thing that we should buy the most is resilience. So let's upgrade resilience. And then probably magnet is what I want next. But I'm going to do finesse. I think that's more appropriate for what we're doing, even though I like the magnet more. Okay. So here is honestly one of the most dangerous spots for me. May not be the most dangerous spot for everyone, but it is for me. I am going to bounce on this bubble very carefully, and then go over here. And then bounce on the bubble again, go over here. Next one, we're going to wait for that bubble to be there. Bounce on it up here. Alright, so far, doing okay. Great, okay, here's a mud place again. Be very careful. Good. Next, that bubble is way over there. And we get it here. Alright, the next one are those bubbles. We need to bounce on that one, and then this one. Alright, still alive. Still alive, alright. Made it through some of the places where I really could have died. So I've got 5 Gorlike ore. I can now get rid of the thorns in the Wellspring Glades. Okay, be careful. We're around mud again. We basically want to always go on the bubbles. Good. Now this one, we'll wait for this bubble. Then we'll wait for that bubble. Then we'll move on. I was overly cautious there, but you know, I survived, so I'm happy. Alright, we made it through the Silent Woods. That's pretty significant. The next thing that I want to do is just go ahead and do one of the more dangerous parts, because I'm not going to be able to do it any better than I can now, later. So might as well go through it right now, so that if we die now instead of later. This first part, I have no control over what's happening. So, could not have done better than that. That's right, you can't see me. You don't have the eyes of the forest. Right, next part. I have to get up here and grapple. Good, still alive. Next part, we need to ride the wind and get behind this canvas. Next part, we need to simply grapple to this. And then the last part, we have to go fast. So the last part, we need to get as far as we can this way, as fast as we can. Very good. We made it. And then we get to save at the Spirit Well. Doing more damage to bosses is going to be an important thing to be able to do, I think. Huzzah! Ancestral Light, 25% more damage. Twillin. I'm going to view your shards. Ho-ho, you are the one that sells triple jump. I will buy triple jump. In the chase scenes where you can die immediately, one of the only things that I can think of that could help you through those chase scenes is triple jump. So having that is nice. Baur's Reach has a couple of annoying areas that I have died at when trying to go faster, but I don't think it has any areas that I actually have fear of dying if I'm going more patiently through it. That's ignoring the very last part of it, which is a chase scene with Shriek. Chase scenes are always a danger, but up until the chase scene, I can't think of anything that I'm worried about in Baur's Reach. And here's where we get Spirit Burst, or Light Burst, one of those two. I need to be a little bit cautious about my energy now that I have something that is energy expensive. So what's in this chase scene? I'm trying to remember all the pieces of it. I remember there's an enemy at the end that you need to just avoid. Don't fight it. Okay. Run! Run! So this part, I did die there previously on my speedrun, because I ran out of my dashing at the wrong time. So I remembered that part. Bounce on this. Go through there. Pull there. That was an excellent pull. That brought me right where I wanted to be. And then this, we just need to get through this area. Don't worry about getting hit. Just get through fast. So we ignore that enemy, and we make it through. Alright. That was another one of the dangerous areas that could have ended this run, and I passed it. Aha, we can get the water breath. Wonderful. And now that we have water breath, I'm much less concerned about the Luma Pools. There is a chase scene at the end of the Luma Pools too. Basically everything has a chase scene. And the chase scene can kill you immediately if you do it wrong. But I think it's a relatively short chase scene. The main thing is the boss Kwolok at the hands of the decay monster. And that's something that I am not too worried about, because we're on easy and we have Spike. Swim dash is through this door. That's not how you put keystones in a door, Ori. I'm not trying to burn down the door. And we get swim dash. Alright. Now there's a bunch of nice stuff in this room. So again, this is a chase scene. This is another one of those places that the run could just end right here if I die during the chase scene. I remember one piece of this chase scene that I find confusing, where you need to go over something that initially it looks like you can go under. So with that in mind, I hope that I'm able to do this chase scene on the first try and not have to start over a deathless run. Ready to run. Remember all your buttons. At this point in the game, there are a fair number of buttons to remember. So we go up here. This one we have to go under. And then this one we have to go over. That's the one that I was talking about that I found confusing. But we made it through the chase scene, which means we're basically good. So we made it past another part of the game that could have just killed me. Now we use Spike on Kwolok. Now we use Spike on Kwolok again. Whoops, that wasn't on Kwolok. Spike, Spike, and Spike. Done. Oh man, after how much trouble you've given me on hard, Kwolok, I'm so happy to defeat you so easily on easy. I'm happy to experience the easy version. So far, so good. I mean, the next part is a hard part. The next part is the Mouldwood Depths. And the Mouldwood Depths has a lot of things in it that can just kill you if you do them wrong. So, I'm going to be careful in the Mouldwood Depths. The Mora fight does have a chase scene in it. It's in the middle of the fight, which is a little weird, but it's similar to Kwolok's chase scene. It's one of the shorter ones. So, it's not as scary as some of the other chase scenes, but it is another place where you can just die. So there's several problem areas coming up next. Keep out of the darkness. It skitters. It bites. Yeah, good advice. Keep out of the darkness. Now this part, I do not like. It is a dangerous part. We need to stay in the light, but it's kind of difficult to tell where the light is, in my opinion. Or at least the pathway to it. Come toward me, please. And then retract. And then go over here. Good, we made it. And there it is, the flash ability. Very nice to have. Okay, now we put flash on. And then we check our map. What we want to do is go to the left and then up to where this thing is. And then we're going to go to the right and go back to this spirit well. So we're going to play the song backwards. That means long, short, long, medium, medium, short, long. Let's do this. Long, short, long, medium, medium, short, long. And we have done the secret. That's really the only thing we have to do in the Midnight Burrows. The rest of the Midnight Burrows probably has some more shiny things to collect, but one of the things that it has is something that tells you how to solve that puzzle. Excellent. Ancestral Light. Now, I could go up here, but I kind of feel no desire to do so. Let's go back and fight Mora. Here we go, another boss. Not really worried about dying against this boss, but there is a section that I have died at frequently. It is a chase scene section. I guess that's the only thing that worries me. And I'm not too worried. It's short, and I have watched myself play it enough that I think I know what to do. We spike Mora twice, and then we get to the next phase. Then we spike Mora again, and we get to the next phase. There we go. This is the chase scene. So this is the part where I have to actually go fast. And we're doing just fine. And we made it past the chase scene. So next, we just need to use Spike on Mora a couple more times. Turn on Flash. And got Mora. How about that? That was fast. Mora is down, which means we're getting close. And I'm going to just kind of run past this area. This does have another chase scene. Every area has a chase scene, and the chase scenes are the scariest thing. Oh man, I have to collect it if it's just right there. This is not a speed run, so I'm allowed to collect things. We get Burrow. Great ability. I like it. It's enjoyable to use. And here we go. The next part of this is the dangerous part of this area of the game. The part that could end the run if I don't do it properly the first time. Let's go. Let's run. Remember the buttons. We have to use a lot of different buttons here. We're burrowing so far, but remember, not everything is a burrow. This is a burrow. That's a pole. Burrow, burrow. And we have to stay up in this next part, because the sandworm is below, we need to stay up. As long as we stay up, we're fine. Alright, bounce on that. Lots of burrowing. This one we hide. Then we leap out. And burrow. That's a burrow. There's a pole here, pole there. Great. Got through the part that I think is the most confusing, where it like swaps off between what you're doing. Now we just have to burrow our way out. And I survived another chase scene, so we're still going strong. The run does not end. Right, we get launch. Now, I usually have launch on X, so we're going to put it there so I don't confuse myself, which means the bow is going on B. There are a lot of dangers in the Spirit Willow, to be honest. There's several instant death things, and of course there's the shriek battle at the end that is potentially problematic. Being very patient. Okay, use your bow on this. There is some purple goop, like right below me. There's some purple goop that would kill me immediately if I hit it. Oh, come on. There we go. I hit that several times, game. You just didn't register that I hit it. Now this... oh, okay. We will try that again. This one was a little bit more annoying to hit. Now this is one part of the Spirit Willow that could actually kill me. So I'm thinking about what I'm doing, going up here, hitting that, and then we run away from this, and it's important that we come over here and hide. Otherwise we die instantly. But I did the right thing so we don't die instantly. Now this part, just need to not get hit by every laser. I got hit by 0 lasers. How convenient. Now this part, I am going to get hit by every laser, it looks like. And I made it out. That was very poor. But we didn't die, so still good. Next is a boss battle. Boss battle is not a problem. I am going to put Spike back on. We're going to use it sometimes. so I need to go through this already. Got him. Alright. Now... there we go. Done with that boss. Not the cleanest fight, but it was very fast. If I die, I'll be upset because I didn't make it and I'll have to go through all of this again. But I won't be too upset. I'm pretty excited that I haven't died thus far on my first attempt at this Deathless challenge, you know? The light will be restored to the land very soon. Can we skip this? Yes, we can skip right into the shriek battle. Alright, we're to the second part. I think this is a chase scene. Yes. So, here's a part where we could die instantly if I don't do it right. As with the other bosses that have chase scenes in the middle of the boss battle, the chase scene is shorter than the ones that are just chase scenes. But still, messing this up would be disastrous, so let's not mess it up. I did get hit slightly there, not the worst in any sense. Oops, got hit there. Alright. Jump over Shriek. And then hit her in the face. Oh, I skipped the last part of the battle? I didn't know you could do that. Ho ho! That is a deathless run of Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I had no idea that you could skip the last part of the Shriek battle. I'm very happy about that. I noticed after completing my Deathless run that there was still one more achievement to get. Now it was a hidden achievement, so I didn't know what it was that I hadn't done in this game yet, but I was able to look up an image of the achievement and the name of the achievement. It had an image of Mora, and it was named Invulnerable. So I think we have to beat the Mora fight without getting hit. Additionally, looking in this quick access menu, I've kind of wondered about it for a while, but I noticed in this quick access menu there is a place where you can just click on bosses and refight bosses. So I'm going to go through here and see if I can get that achievement. Hopefully this works, because if this doesn't work, that means I have to start another save file just to get back to the Mora fight. Alright, we're already through phase 2, and I know we have to go up next. Apparently you can go up before she starts banging on things down there. That's kind of nice. And my goal is to not get hit. I haven't gotten hit yet. And we got some more energy. I only have to hit her a couple more times. Also, I really should have Flash on. That's probably required. So put Flash on and hit her one more time. Oh, it didn't hit her. There we go. I just got Untouchable. Defeat Mora without taking any damage. That was not... I thought the name of the achievement was Invulnerable. Apparently I read that wrong. But anyway, that's the last achievement of the game. Now I have officially completed Ori and the Will of the Wisps. This concludes my Ori and the Will of the Wisps playthrough. This is the third completed game on my channel, and it was honestly a blast. I enjoyed this game a lot, and I did like the changes made compared to the first Ori game, Ori and the Blind Forest. Ori and the Will of the Wisps completes the story, and it completes the story well. Ori and the Will of the Wisps introduced a more complex and involved fighting mechanic to the Ori series, with a variety of weapons and ways to deal damage. What I liked most about that edition was that it kept to the Ori tradition of making movement of the utmost importance. In combat, you moved smoothly between different attacks and abilities, and I liked that. The Spirit Shard system in this game was wonderful. I like when games have systems like that, in which you unlock lots of passive bonuses, but you have to choose which ones you equip. Being able to upgrade your shards is also neat. That allows you to lock in the shards you like the most, and make those particular ones even better. I did not like how you could change up your shards at any moment though. I would have preferred if that was limited to Spirit Wells. That way the choices you make feel more significant. It feels more that you are making an important choice if you can't change it at the drop of a hat, if it is limited in some way. Many of the Spirit Shards were very interesting passive abilities to have, and many of them seemed pointless, or had downsides that didn't seem worth it. That's bound to happen. If you give players lots of choices, it is going to turn out that some are going to be generally accepted as the worst ones to make. But I prefer it if for each shard there is at least one circumstance you encounter in the game where you want that shard. And that didn't happen in Ori and the Will of the Wisps. The achievements in this game were great. I heartily enjoyed them. At the end of Ori and the Blind Forest, I thought the achievement design was lacking, and it was greatly refreshing to see a more thoughtful design in this sequel. I did find a couple of implementation problems though, in particular when I earned the powerful and timely demise achievements. I don't have any more Ori and the Will of the Wisps content planned for my channel. If you enjoyed this playthrough, you may enjoy my Hollow Knight or Ender Lilies playthroughs, which are two other Metroidvania-style games similar to this one. Also, of course, if you haven't seen my Ori and the Blind Forest playthrough, that's going to be very similar to this one, and you may enjoy that. I will continue to have videos come out each Saturday. The game filling that slot will be Monster Train, a very different game from Ori and the Will of the Wisps. It is a roguelike deck builder, similar to Slay the Spire. And I've never played it before, so I will present a blind playthrough in which I'm sure I will make loads of mistakes as I learn the game. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again in another game.